What's up, guys? We are back out in the shop today. Today we're gonna get back on our 64. If you guys seen the last video we posted, we're trying to do this kind of like a vlog style, showing what we do as we go for the remainder of the build. So yeah, if you've seen the last one, you'll see that we got everything, the trunk floor pan, all that stuff in primer, the dash in primer. The firewall is ready for primer. So we'll go ahead in this video, get the firewall in primer, get it painted, the matte black or semi-gloss black or whatever. And then the dash is going to be painted the body collar. So hopefully by the end of this video, we'll get the dash all painted up and make it look, at least so you guys can get an idea of what the collar looks like. Let's go take a look at where we're at and where we left off. All right, guys, like I said, the dash, it just needs seam sealed and it'll be ready for primer. I'm sorry, not the dash, the firewall. It just needs seam sealed and then it'll be ready for primer. And then after it's dry, we'll scuff that up and spray our black. Go ahead and get it cleared and done. Matte cleared. It's not going to get a shiny clear. The dash will, however, be nice and shiny like the rest of the car. It'll, the dash, the column, and all that stuff, it'll all match. But yeah, that's what we're going to do for today. I'll go ahead and take some 320 on a block and block out all my spots that I know where I body worked. And the reason I do that is to make sure there's no 80 grit scratches or nothing left behind. You don't want to go lay on your base and there'll be some 80 grit scratches from your primer. So I'll block all that stuff out real nice with my 320. Scotch Brite everything else. Get all the dust and stuff off of it. And then it'll be ready for sealer. And I'll prime the front and then seal this probably at the same time, and then we'll mask this up and then go ahead and spray our collar on. I'm real excited about this color. It's not quite factory, but it's something that he picked. It's like a medium blue. I think you guys will like it. We will go ahead and get set up with our block and some 320 and get to sanding, and we'll be back. All right, guys. I've got my 320 on a block, and I just kind of I don't use a guide coat most of the time, and I kind of want to show you guys what I'm seeing, or why I'm sanding, or what I'm getting down to, kind of the process. You guys can see, hopefully, those scratches there going this way, this way. Those are my 80 grit sanding scratches from my body work before. From the the fill spots. And if you look, there's there, and you'll see those as soon as you start sanding this with 320 or 500. You'll see all those little spots start coming out. And what we got to do to make sure this thing's perfectly straight and smooth when we go to spray it, what we got to do is sand all this out. So I'll sand with my 320. I'll just keep going back and forth and block these spots out over and over and over. And a lot of people will take, before they do after they're doing their 80 grit, before they go to prime, they'll smooth it out with some 320 and then prime. But and it kind of saves this step, I guess. But I always block my work out, anything I've body worked. So it don't matter if I used 80 or 320 or 36 grit even. I'm going to prime it and I'm still going to block it. So that's just the way I do it. To me, I feel like it saves a step. But I'll just keep stroking along here and get all these spots out all the way around. And then we'll go ahead and hit everything else that I didn't body work or put filler in. We'll hit that with Scotch Brite, and then this dash will be ready for paint. All right, guys, the dash is completely sanded. Everything's blocked out. You can kind of see my highs and lows through there. And this is exactly why we bodywork, prime, and then prime again or seal. So all this stuff's covered and gone. We don't want any highs and lows to show through after it's painted. Everything turned out pretty nice. I didn't really burn through anywhere. It's fully sanded, so I'll go ahead and clean up. I'll grab some, I'll clean all this dust out, clean up the best I can, and then grab the wax and grease remover and go ahead and wipe it down and get it taped up and ready for some sealer. I'll spray these two at the same time. I'll spray this with 4-to-1, and then when I am done with that, I'll thin it out real quick with 10%, what I've got left, 10% reducer, and then I'll go ahead and throw a sealer on this thing here, and then yeah, we'll be ready for the next steps. We'll set you guys up on the tripod here and get busy. All right, guys, the dash is all sprayed. Got the firewall all sprayed. Like I said, I primed this and then I thinned my primer down 10% and used it as a sealer, and basically put another coat over this. All of my bodywork spots and everything that I sanded now, it's flawless. You won't see any of those 80 grit scratches or nothing. Yeah, this thing's ready for paint. I went ahead and it's dry now. I went ahead and hit it with the Scotch-Brite and scuffed it all back up again. And I'm gonna go ahead and blow it out, tack it off, and go ahead and get ready to shoot it. So I'll go ahead and shoot that, and then when tomorrow, we'll tape that up and we'll move back onto this, and that's where we'll pick up. All right, guys, everything's clean, been tacked off, wiped down, ready to go. Here's our collar, GM 9086 medium blue. This stuff is beautiful. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. I think he picked a nice color for it. Should stand out in the sun for sure. Picked up a couple gallons of that since we're doing the whole thing inside and out. I'll go ahead and get this stuff mixed up with our reducer and set you guys up on the tripod over here and get to spraying. Alright, guys, I went ahead and got the base on. I cut the camera off after the first coat, but I went ahead and stuck a second coat on. It turned out really nice. Nice coverage, beautiful color, love it. Looks good. It's gonna look great with some clear on it. We're ready to move on to the clear. I'm gonna go ahead, this is 4-to-1 clear. I've already mixed it up. It's ready to go. The gun's clean, ready to go. I'll go ahead and set you guys back up here and start spraying on a coat of clear. And we'll be back here in a little bit to check it out. All right, 2 coats of clear. Man, this thing turned out sweet. This is still the same day. I just got done spraying this about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. Let the exhaust fans clear the room out. This thing turned out sweet. There's a couple little pieces of trash here and there, little bitty tiny dirt nibs in it. I always have that, always. Every once in a while you'll get away with a chance, rare chance you don't, but that's why I've always sanded and buffed everything anyway. It makes it look that much better. I probably won't sand and buff any of this. Obviously, that turned out really nice and slick, but the top of this here, I'll definitely lightly sand it and polish it all up real nice. So, tomorrow we'll come in, mask that all up, and go ahead and spray this like a satin black, and then we'll mask it up. We'll be back in the morning, spray it, and then we'll be on to the rest of it. Woo woo! I'm excited. I hope you guys are. I love that color. Give us a like and a subscribe if you like what you see, if you're learning anything. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, it's the next morning. All this stuff is done, dry. I went ahead and papered it up real quick so we don't have to worry about getting anything on it. And it'll stay this way pretty much till the rest of the car is done. So what we're going to do today is go ahead and spray the firewall. I already Scotch-Brighted everything, got all the dust and everything off of it, and then also scuffed it up. Just a 320 Scotch-Brite, or the purple style. I believe it's right around 320 grit. So I went ahead and hit all that real quick, and now we will give it a quick spray down, cleaning, and then we're going to go ahead and hit it with our satin black, give it that factory black look. We'll set you guys up on a tripod real quick and get to it. Alright, I just sprayed the first coat of base coat. This stuff it'll take about maybe 10-15 minutes to dry up. You'll kind of see it flash and the shininess will go away. It'll look a little dull and dingy. That's how we'll know it's ready for our second coat. We'll go ahead and hit it with one more, make sure we got everything covered real nice, and then go on into our clear. This is like a multi-purpose clear. You can spray it as like a satin. I'll kind of show you a flat finish, an eggshell finish, and a semi-gloss finish. So I do believe from the factory it's kind of somewhere right around an eggplant or eggshell finish. So that's kind of what I'm gonna shoot for. The flat is just way too dull, and the semi-gloss is just way too shiny. So that will give us our acquired look and put it in a two-part system. With it matches everything else that we've put on here. Good stuff. It's not a single stage or whatever. It's not going to chip and flake and peel off. But I'm going to go ahead and set you guys back up, throw the second coat of the base on, and then mix that up 5-to-1, that clear coat, and we'll start shooting that. We'll be back. Alright, second coat's on. We've got beautiful coverage. Everything looks real nice. Firewall is nice and sweet. Probably looks better than the day it came out from the factory. But enough of that. We will go on. I wanted to show you guys the clear coat. it kind of looks different. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen this or used it before, but it looks real milky. But if you leave it sit on your shelf for like more than a day or two, make sure you put it in the shaker because it all sets to the bottom. It's kind of weird how it looks, but when you spray it out, it just looks like a matte finish, almost like a matte black. And like I showed you on the can, there's different different ways to spray it to make it look more flat or more shiny. But we're gonna go ahead and mix this up real quick and go ahead and start spraying. I'm just gonna put, it calls for 2 coats. It's like 1 wet coat and then kind of a drier light coat, and that kind of brings that flat, that talcum stuff to the top, I guess, and makes it look even better. So I've had good luck with this stuff in the past, so that's kind of why we're using it again. But I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up and we'll get to spraying it. All right, real quick, I wanted to come in here before this stuff started changing at all and kind of show you. It goes on pretty shiny, just like a regular clear. So it won't dull out, until it dries up pretty good. So don't be scared. I was worried about that the first time I ever used it, but as you can see, it looks real shiny like a normal clear. But I'll go ahead and let this tack up here a little bit and come back at it here in about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, and throw on that lighter dust coat, and then we'll come back again and you guys can really tell the difference. All right guys, second coat is on. It's been about 10 or 15 minutes or so. It's almost flashed out. You can kind of see over here it's already starting to, it's turning nice and dull. But we'll go ahead and let that finish doing that. We'll be back to check it out here in a minute. You guys can tell the big difference after it sits for a while. All right, check this stuff out, guys. It's all flashed. It's nice and dry. That's a beautiful finish. It's kind of what we're going for. Nice and dry. It's still needs to finish setting up the rest of the way, but that's a beautiful finish. Love it. We'll finish the rest of the inner fenders and all the front core support and all that stuff out all in this exact same stuff, and it will it's definitely going to set it off under the hood. It'll be a beautiful, along with everything else we're going to do to the engine and cleaning all that up. It'll look like a brand new one. All right guys, that's all I got for this video. I want to get it wrapped up. We got the dash all painted. We got the firewall all sprayed. It's looking fabulous. I love it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Thanks to all my subscribers, my loyal subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the feedback and the comments and stuff. I really appreciate it. All the new subscribers, thank you. Make sure you guys are sharing, liking. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers soon. Yeah. All right. That's enough of that. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Tomorrow or the next video, I guess, we'll start the next video. We will be marrying the frame back to the body. So that's exciting. Thanks for watching, everybody.